Welcome to Salon, the Flow Tao Salon. Today, we are going to decode the psychological architecture behind the world's most famous coffee cup and see exactly how one brand rewired consumer behavior. In the 1970s, the global market operated within the commodity economy. Coffee was sold strictly as a cheap, functional caffeine hit, dark, thin liquid poured from a glass diner pot, meant to be consumed quickly and efficiently. When the original Starbucks opened in Seattle's Pike Place Market in 1971, it fit into this utilitarian mold. The store's logo was a literal, intricate brown woodcut of a mythological siren, densely packed with text. This design was rooted in the traditional brand equals ID paradigm. Because the brand possessed zero experiential equity, it relied purely on functional identification. The logo explicitly stated coffee, tea, and spices, so customers knew exactly what commodities were being sold. Then, in the 1980s, Director of Marketing Howard Schultz took a trip to Italy. He observed a rich, community-driven coffee culture where patrons were gathering outside, talking, and lingering for hours over espresso, a level of social connection absent in America. Schultz identified a cultural vacuum. American consumers were starved for an emotional experience, rather than a simple beverage transaction. This realization allowed Starbucks to move past the brand equals ID model. To understand how they executed this shift, we can look at Professor Bernd Schmitt's Sense module. This framework focuses on using aesthetics and sensory design to differentiate a brand. We can visualize this timeline by tracking the Starbucks logo, starting with its data-heavy 1971 origin. During a 1987 corporate redesign, the company shifted to a vibrant green. This color choice signaled fresh growth and established a new experiential purpose, moving away from the roasted brown tones of the commodity era. A 1992 update streamlined the imagery further. The designers punched in on the mythological siren and smoothed out her intricate features, making the icon feel more approachable to a widening mainstream audience. Then came a major simplification in 2011. Starbucks dropped the company name and all English text entirely, leaving only the minimalist green siren. Removing language barriers repositioned the logo. It moved from being an American corporate identifier to a language-agnostic beacon for coffee, easily recognized in any country. This visual minimalism was the key to global scaling. In the experience economy, a sensory symbol holds far more power than literal text. The strategy extended well beyond the 2D logo. It dictated the 3D physical environment the customer stepped into, the third place. The third place is a carefully engineered psychological sanctuary designed to exist safely between the pressure of the workplace and the responsibilities of home. This environment relies on Schmidt's Feel and Relate modules. By curating specific jazz playlists, installing cherrywood textures, and venting the aroma of roasting beans, the store triggers immediate emotional comfort. Even the point of sale is highly structured. Baristas ask for a customer's name and write it directly on the cup, a calculated psychological tool to validate individual identity in a crowded room. In 2020, the transgender-inclusive #What'sYourName campaign served as a clear demonstration of the Feel module. By highlighting stories of individuals using their chosen names, the brand showed it respected and recognized personal identity. By mastering these spatial and emotional modules, Starbucks stopped selling coffee and started selling a feeling of belonging, effectively justifying a 400% price premium over the traditional diner cup. Starbucks dragged the global market into the experience economy. By doing so, they elevated consumer expectations across retail and hospitality. To wrap up our session here at Flow Tao Salon, let's distill this down to the 4 most important findings you can apply to your own brand. Finding 1. Visual minimalism scales globally. Stripping away literal text removes cultural friction and builds universal icons. Finding 2. The third place fosters loyalty. The physical or digital environment surrounding a product is as critical as the product itself. Finding 3. Personalization is a key differentiator. Simple acts of recognition trigger the Feel module, turning casual consumers into brand advocates. Finding 4. Brand equals EX. Today, product quality is a given. The highest value offerings provide fully integrated multi-sensory experiences. Thank you. 陶醉沙龙，马年兴隆。